Good afternoon. A motorcyclist has died in a crash with a bin lorry in Perth. It happened this morning on Dunkeld Road near St Catherine's Retail Park. It's understood the 20-year-old man died at the scene. The road has now reopened. The parents of one of the men who died in the fire at Cameron House have asked their local church to pray for them following the tragedy. Richard Dyson and Simon Midgley died when the blaze broke out at the hotel on Monday. Friends and colleagues have paid tribute to their adventurous spirit. James Chain is at Cameron House for us this lunchtime.
Well, the two men died after the fire ripped through Cameron House just before 7 o'clock on Monday morning, and today warm tributes have been paid to them both. In particular, the church in Harrogate, where Richard's family live, sent a message to its congregation. It said, as you can imagine, both Roger and Val, his parents, are devastated, and it continued, our hearts go out to them, and I'm sure they'd welcome your love and support at this awful time. About 20 firefighters continue to work on the scene behind me, and their investigation is at a very early stage. But 3 days on, nobody from Cameron House has been on camera to speak about what happened here. We understand events will be cancelled for at least the next month, and that has repercussions for people who had weddings planned, as well as for the people who work here.
More than £2 million is to be invested to improve services for victims of rape and sexual assault following a critical watchdog report. The funding was announced by Justice Secretary Michael Matheson today. It will provide a standardised national written exam for forensic examiners and train more women in the role.
Long delays in it taking place, not being able to access a female doctor. On the islands in particular, people having to wait long periods of time without washing and then having to travel to the mainland. So I really think as a country we can do much better in terms of our response to people who've been through such a trauma.
Work is continuing to repair one of the UK's main oil pipelines after a crack was discovered at Netherley in Aberdeenshire. Around 80 North Sea installations, responsible for 40% of the UK's oil and gas output, have had to be shut down. Owner Ineos says the crack in the Forties pipeline has not increased in size since last Monday. The company says it could take up to 4 weeks to repair. Now here's Sean with the weather.
TUI sponsors STV weather.
A very good afternoon to you. We're going to still see a lot of cloud coming and going at times today, but for many of us it will be dry with sunny spells. A few scattered showers coming into Lewis and Shetland and Orkney through this afternoon. One or two of those turning out to be on the heavy side, and also a bit breezier across northwestern parts too. Those showers through tonight will start working a wee bit further south into Harris, North Uist, perhaps into Benbecula, Skye, and also the North Highlands. A few coming into the Murray area as well through this evening and tonight. For most of us it will be largely dry, but quite chilly out there with temperatures down to around 1 or 2 degrees Celsius, so it will be a wee touch of frost in the Highlands, and then for many of us tomorrow a dry day with sunshine.
TUI sponsors STV weather.
That's all for now. Join Norman at 6 for all today's news and sport. But until then, from everyone here, have a good afternoon. Goodbye.